Is this thing on? Do you have sound? Okay. Take one. I started working at the Huntsman World Senior Games in my early 30s, so I had a long time to think about what it might be like to compete in the games someday. I've stayed pretty active along the way, so when I turned 50 and finally registered for my first games, I wasn't really starting from scratch. That first year I had 3 things I wanted to do. I wanted to run the 5K with my mom, I wanted to climb in our inaugural climbing event, and I wanted to row in a relay with Mindy and some friends. In 2024, I ran with my mom, and I climbed top rope in my first ever climbing competition. And while for various reasons I didn't end up rowing with Mindy, I did row on a relay team, and it was during that row that I first thought I might actually be pretty good at this. When we finished our new office building, it included a small gym, and I decided I'd start rowing more regularly. I also added the 2,000-meter row to my list of sports for the upcoming games. At first, I was mostly just cross-training. I'd lift some days, swim on others, I'd run occasionally, and once or twice a week I'd row for about 30 minutes. Then one day, with the games getting closer, I decided to see where I was really at. I sat down and rowed a 2,000. I finished in 7 minutes and 35 seconds, and it turned out that that would have been a gold medal in my age group the year before. That's when I decided that maybe I should take this a little bit more seriously. It turns out that rowing is way more technical than I realized. There's stroke rate, splits per 500 meters, stuff I'd never even thought about. My strategy up to that point had been basically to pull as hard as I could for as long as I could. I also learned that 7 minutes in rowing is kind of a big deal. To row a 7-minute 2K, you have to hold a 1 minute and 45-second split for the entire race. Hitting that pace isn't actually that hard. Holding it for 7 minutes is. I thought I could use some help, so I asked ChatGPT to build me a 3-month training plan to see if I could get there. Intervals, longer rows, sprint work, I did pretty much everything. And I followed it pretty closely. Most days I hit the targets, some days I didn't, and those days were frustrating because in the back of my mind I knew the record for my age group was 6 minutes and 54 seconds, and I wanted to see if I could break it. As the games got closer, work got busier, and it became harder to fit everything in. The last 2 weeks before the competition, I didn't row at all. I got 1 short session in during the games, but by the race day, I felt like I had lost some of the progress I'd worked so hard for. Still, on race day, I showed up and decided I'd give it everything I had. I didn't break 7 minutes. I didn't break the record. But I found a sport that I didn't even know I was pretty good at. And I proved to myself that I can still chase something hard. And when it's all said and done, I think that's kind of the whole point, isn't it?
One, two, three, let's go!